Good morning, y'all. So, gonna do this video by itself today. I'm out getting ready to throw hammer. It is Saturday, August 26th. So it's gonna be retrospect, but good luck to the guys throwing at Minnesota Amateur World Championships, or really nationals, whatever you want to call it. That game is always one of my funnest games. If you're an amateur and you're watching this, set it to be like a bucket list games as an amateur. One of the best groups, like fun time, cool setting. Lots of the best people watching in the world at that festival. An awesome experience. It's probably gonna be the one I miss the most, but gonna do this video as itself, as its own, apart from the rest of the week. So you get 2 videos just to kind of give you what the full training day looks like for today. My schedule's been all over the place this week. I've worked 96 hours since Monday, and it's Saturday. Really crappy sleep all week. Took in 2 days completely off. Yesterday, I actually had a decent training day, but woke up pretty stiff and sore because of it. So yeah, today is gonna be hammers and Olympic lifts. And we're gonna see how it goes. My left glute's been feeling, here comes a damn motorcycle or something stupid. But let's go. Lesson learned. I gotta do better about tacky. The jar leaked. It's inside another jar or bag, and then it's in this bag, and it's still leaking through, and it's now all over everything. So make sure your tacky doesn't get all over everything. Lesson learned for the day. I'm gonna do some 5 winds first, and then some fulls. Just fill it out with light hammer only today, and then we'll get into Olympic lifts. So see if we can salvage something. We had actually a half decent night of sleep last night. I got like almost 5 straight hours, so feeling fresh. Let's get after it. So something not every part of the country has to deal with, but are these mother freaking fire ants making hills in your throwing area. And they're all over. All right, let's get into the throws, and I'll give you a warning if you do watch this whole video. It gets long, I ramble. There's a commentary after this day's footage that I definitely rambled on too long in, but I'm leaving it because I think I hit some good points. And then I did another day after this in the video. So it ended up being 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. So starting out, 5 winds. That one was a little frustrated with a kind of bad finish, got off balance. But these actually felt kind of good starting out, and then I kind of pulled a tape on them. I was like, okay, all right, they're doing all right. And this ended up being the best hammer day I've had probably since I hurt my leg. Starting to put things together, I think move a little bit faster. I kind of mentioned it that I'm starting to watch the video and see it's still moving slow on video, but I'm feeling faster, so that's good. And then obviously the distance does that. So a little bit of slow-mo here. Would have liked to get that ball a little higher there, but threw this in, and I think there's another slow-mo kind of watching some differences. I think this is a slow-mo 5 wind, and I have a slow-mo actual throw. Now, one thing I do want to try to work on, and have been a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit, is right here coming over my head. My elbows are a little bent. I'd like to be my arms a little bit straighter going overhead. So this is a 5 wind. You see, as I get bigger and bigger, the arms do stretch out a little bit. But this is not a bad throw for me. This was actually, and I caught it on slow-mo, a PR 5 wind for me, I believe, or at least somewhat this year. And I'll share the distance. This was 107 feet with the light hammer. So feeling good. Things are, like I kind of mentioned in the title of the last week, the part 1 video, moving in the right direction. So this one went really well as well. The last 5 wind. And I like these because what they allow you to do is learn to feel the acceleration from wind 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 is what you try to do. So then when you go to your normal 3 winds, you can say, okay, I can feel this acceleration. So these 3 winds actually went really good. And there's one I got a little excited on. I posted that one elsewhere. But it is good to feel things moving correctly again. And I tell you what, I was sweating like no other. You can see that one slipped out. Looking at your hands, looking at tacky, going, what the heck? And it was just that sweaty. I mentioned earlier I forgot a towel, or I do in a little bit. I forgot a towel, and that made a big difference. Here's that slow-mo of a 3 wind. So looking pretty good here, getting the first one, getting that ball up high, trying to extend that orbit. Like I said, need to get those arms a little longer there. Over top of the head is one thing I'm working on. But if you watch into wind 3, they do get a little bit straighter there, but I'd like them to be even more straight. I think I'm pulling off my finish a little bit early.
on these, and that's still, I think, compensating for that left leg power. I don't know if I mentioned in the other video, but I feel like now, and this is the one that went really well, if you want to rewind and watch that one again, my left leg, I think, is really hindering me in the wob, the sheath, and the heavyweight more than anything now. I'm able to kind of work around it in some other videos. And I didn't edit this one. Great. So this is just long and annoying for no reason. So now you get to see what setup on a normal throw looks like. And I'm sorry about that, but this is what it really looks like, I guess. Hey, yeah, good. Oh, wait, I just didn't delete that section out. So that's what it looks like, if you're really wondering. That's pretty stupid. Sorry about that. Just wasted a moment of your life you'll never get back. But move on to the lifts. So today was working up to a top double, so that maybe next week I go top singles in a hang power snatch and a power clean. So these hang power snatches, and I was talking to somebody else about this. Right now, things are moving okay, and they're pretty strong, arguably, for where I'm at comparatively, but they don't feel fast. And I know that kind of looks a little snappy at 80 kilos, but when I get up to like 100 kilos, it doesn't look snappy and fast to me like I have, or it doesn't feel that way either, like it has in the past. So I still think that I'm getting some hindrance in my leg. Wow, I did really bad at editing. So we're going to, on this one, I guess I moved pretty quickly. I'm sorry about that. It's one pet peeve of mine. Just cut it so I can watch the lift and move on. And it also makes the video so much longer. So, but there is more footage after this commentary I talk about after these movements. So here's 95 kilos for the double. At this point, it was still moving pretty good. 100 started, and I'm noticing I can watch those feet on these lifts. Like my right and left don't move the same. My right tends to be a little snappier and move out more than my left. Obviously, that left leg's the one with the nerve issue in it. But shoulders felt okay enough, all things considering, to get this stuff in today. And I was going to go to 105, but I was like, you know what? Let's save that plus a little more for the singles. I wasn't 100% feeling today. I still moved pretty good and still was pretty happy with it. And then moved on to power cleans. I eventually put a shirt on here. I mentioned earlier, I sweat through everything. It was a very, very sweaty day and forgot a towel. It was a tough day just to stay dry. So worked up 10 kilo jumps from, I think, 80, 90, 70, 90, 100. And wow, another one I didn't edit. God, this is so bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know how to do this because my audio recording voiceover is going to take way too long to redo. So I'm just going to let this go. So this is what it looks like before I do a set. Get a little chalk, get my grip right, and then do the lift. So a couple mistakes in this one. Blame it because it's 10 o'clock at night and I'm doing the voiceover. And I still have a really bad cold ice bath I'm going to take tonight, even though I normally take them in the morning, or try to. We're going to take it tonight. But finish up here in a minute. Here's 110. That's one twin. This is 120. Do 125 and 130 after this. I'm okay with it. I know I have more in me. It definitely wasn't feeling 100%. And like I said, these are moving what they look like kind of slow to me. Like when I watch it, it's not super fast and snappy like I've seen it before. I think a little bit, honestly, is a little intent. I was just doing them just to get them done versus if I really focus on being fast and snappy. So 125 kilos there, 275 pounds, and we finish with 130 kilos, 286. And RPE, I'm watching it, it doesn't feel super duper hard, but like I said, I think maybe a little bit of intent is something I need to work on. And then we go into commentary.
All right, so pulling out of the gym after a long, hot one. Had to do some cleanup a little bit after we got done. After Hammer, completely changed clothes, boxers, shorts, socks, all of it. Super sweaty, which made the rest of training, my hands are pretty raw right now just from bar spin and stuff like that. So kind of as a control, I've been wanting to kind of move on to my next phase and kind of I love clusters and got tired of them. They gotten heavy and just been beat up the past couple weeks, like not a lot of sleep like I mentioned earlier. So, and it's stupid hot today. It's 12:35 right now. I'm leaving the gym and it's just murder. This is my third shirt. Literally didn't have a towel, which was a mistake. But really happy to hang power snatch 105 kilos or 103 kilos. So 228-ish, 227 pounds for a double, and then hit 130 kilo power clean, so 286 pounds for a double. Goal is to go after those next week, maybe go for a single next week. So I've been hitting the clusters and building through the clusters. Kind of wanted to hit kind of a top in single and see what things feel like moving on, to do some things a little bit different with the weightlifting movements. But super happy with how hammers felt today. Like, ecstatic feeling, honestly. Numbers weren't really where I wanted them to see happen today, but I'm really happy with what they went. Feeling good. Still watching the video. The speed is still not there, that's why it's not going as far, but it's feeling more normal. I still have some slack in this left leg. I'm freaking sore today from lifting yesterday. I did a double lift yesterday, hit deadlifts, eccentric inverse curls, and some heavier weighted lunges. So you'll have to watch that other video to see how that week went. The whole week leading up to this day went. Probably tomorrow, gonna hit the push press, kind of finish off the week with tomorrow. A little behind, probably some plyos and maybe some throws. I gotta kind of feel it out. And it's stupid hot. So everybody's battling the heat right now, but you gotta be smart. I gotta be smart and recover with not having a lot of sleep. So I'll quit BSing for those that probably don't. There's only a few that probably watch this far. I see the analytics on the videos. The views drop off early on. So there's a few of you that watch this far. I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to see in the next couple of days. I never got to it this week. It was a very busy week. Let me see if I can't get a little bit of whiteboard talk or a screenshot talking about kind of what I do for peaking. I know I mentioned that last week. And then I want to do some technical breakdown of my throws lately, of what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, what I'm seeing, so that you're just watching it and hearing me talk about it. It's not just me talking about it. You might actually get to see what I'm talking about, pointing at what I'm looking at my throws, so that you can kind of analyze your own throws like that. So there's a big tip. If you're not videoing your throws, video your practices. Watch every one after each throw and pick one thing and work on that day, or two things that day. For 5 throws, work on this, 5 throws, work on that, then take a couple, just go after them. That's kind of what I've been doing. Today went really well with the hammers, 5 winds first. Yeah, excited, things are trending right. Now to just recover. So I'm gonna take a nap today, hopefully get a lot of sleep tomorrow or tonight. Do what I can to try to recover through the weekend. You can't make up for a sleep deficit, but I'm sure gonna try. So yeah, trending towards the fall games, October games for myself, 3 in a row. Excited. So thank you guys if you made it this far. We'll keep bringing the content. It seems like we've got more and more followers lately and views, so I appreciate it, especially if you watch this far. Give it a thumbs up if you actually made it this far. So thank you guys. We'll catch you later.
Well, I thought that was going to be it, but now you get to watch me throw wob terribly. If you have any feedback and want to throw it my way, do. I got to keep throwing this more and more. I'm sending it to a couple people trying to get some help. I think this is just a timing issue with my quad being off, with my vertical pushing power, like jumping power, not being there. I actually hit the ground on one of these throws. It felt terrible. Don't ever do it. I don't recommend it. It was that one. Somehow still went kind of high after hitting the ground with that weird let go. But terrible day of wob, as consistent lately. So I hate to post the video, the footage, but you got to share the bad with the good. I guess I'm just going to be transparent with it. Something I've been trying to throw a lot and just not there. I'm plain and simple. I just can't find a way to put the power into the implement. Very little left after this. There's one set of push press, so I did include this. This was my Sunday. Did not get the plyos in. Ended up having to do some more at the gym. Life of a nonstop person. But this is ending this week. This next week will be hopefully a very solid week of some top-end stuff of the clusters and maybe a little bit of peaking in the weightlifting movements. And just excited to kind of round out this phase to lead into my peaking phase. So here's some push press. Got in after that, and that's it. A couple singles here, 117 kilos. So enjoy. Thanks, you guys, for watching this far and actually caring. I'm sorry this one was long. I made some mistakes, and it was long. But I think you guys like this, the few of you that do. Appreciate the support, and we'll catch you next week after this last push press.